Sorry, folks. Archie stood you up. Last week it was last time it was us who stood him up. This week he had a VA appointment that he or some sort of study or whatever that he forgot that he couldn't reschedule. So we're going to have to reschedule Archie again, but that is okay because we have got more than enough to talk about this week. Marks, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, doing well. Doing well. How are you?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, not too bad. Can't complain. Still living, still kicking.
That's good.
Cobra says his apologies. He's on his way back from London. He may join us. He hasn't said that he can't yet, but just that he's running late. Helkiana is on holidays. Devil's Knock is absent in action. But you still have myself and the wonderful Marks.
Yeah. So just a duo stream today.
It is. Mate, it was an interesting week. The first one I want to discuss is the where is it? Give me a second.
Where's he gone? Oh, the payday.
Yes.
The payday mask.
Mate, I don't know, like it's not something that's, when you think of the apocalypse and all the rest of it, but you ain't got no left, Lieutenant Bleedy. I love Gary Sinise, by the way. Fucking that guy's an absolute legend for the support he gives the veteran community after Forrest Gump. But that's aside. But the payday masks, man, they're so synonymous with DayZ for me, Marks.
Yeah, they're if you're new to the game, you probably haven't a clue. You're like, why are they adding payday masks? But as an OG player, like an alpha player, they were they rare to find in the game? Like they were kind of a rare item.
They weren't extremely common, but they were around. They had the Dallas mask, the I can't remember the names of all of them, but
a couple of them,
the wolf one. But if it was I basically used to have a rule when I was playing, if I found the Dallas mask, I had to wear it because I just love it. It is such a badass fucking mask, and it was a case of if you were wearing a payday mask, it was basically that you were wearing bandit skin. So yeah, it was great, and they just even look at you see people using the thumbnails with the weird Valentine's Day patch they did with the that really quirky video they did with the people with the masks on and stuff like that. These are just some extra things, and people are going to be able to reskin them as well because they're going to be done to that higher standard that the devs can do, and it's great, and it just adds a little bit of that legacy of for those of us who I shared John Chinaris's video of what old DayZ felt like. For those of us who remember those days, it'll bring back a little bit of nostalgia for us.
Definitely.
But what is the rest of the collab about? You did a video on it?
I know very little. I know it's about as much as everyone else. You open the briefcase. Some people were kind of suggesting maybe we're going to get whatever kind of suits they wear in the game, maybe like an overalls or something. And, or like a full payday suit, or maybe
gloves. We've got the blue gloves. We
so maybe
don't have a bag like they use. The duffel bag.
People are saying maybe a duffel bag as well, which I think would be quite nice if they put some type of duffel bag in, like just a full outfit that you could get. Be pretty sick.
It'll be cool. Like the payday 2 stuff was very iconic. Yeah, probably a new handgun, maybe, who knows. But either way, it'll be great to see, and it's just a great nod to that they've still got that good relationship. Speaking of good relationships, there was the update to the Stalker stuff. Now, we'll probably come back to this one in a week in the future when we've got Helkiana or Devil's Knock modders who understand it. But it was interesting, that one quote by one of their community manager, Marks, where he said, all these rules apply, and someone talked about DayZ mods for the game DayZ using some Stalker assets, and the reply was, basically like a Facebook status of a relationship. It's complicated.
Oh, that was I didn't realize that was the actual community manager that said that.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Look at his title. He looks like he was an official company representative.
Right. Okay. So that makes it definitely does make it more complicated, then, doesn't it?
Well,
unless
I just think it's because they've got a good relationship, and they don't want to kill that. DayZ's always kind of done it in a not like blatant rip-off sort of manner is the way I've kind of felt. It's always just been the two universes sync quite well, Marks.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, and isn't it on Namalsk? I think there's some Stalker buildings or something, and is that one of the reasons why Namalsk can't be monetized?
Yes. From as I understand it.
Yeah, so there seems to be good relationships there. Like, they're don't seem to be breaking any rules or whatever. So unless DayZ, and Stalker came to an agreement somehow.
Marks, can you squint?
Can I squint?
Yeah, take your glasses off and squint.
Yeah, sorry, I have a big reflection in my glasses.
Apparently you look like Jack Doherty. Who's Jack Doherty?
I don't know. I was trying to figure it out. I don't know.
Did that help?
I hope it's a compliment.
Yeah, well, mate, you and I have got pretty broad shoulders, buddy. But yeah, I hope it's a compliment. Straight Killer for Realer. I love that name, by the way. G'day, mate. How you doing? Now give us your best O face. Facility just wants a screenshot that he can mod. I'm more than happy to give it to you, mate.
It's gonna be turned into a thumbnail. I'm not doing it.
I know that'll make Facility laugh the hock tour. Oh God, that poor girl's been getting roasted. Oh God, the memes are funny though. I'm all for the memes. Haha, saved. But yeah, no, I do like seeing companies that are the same as what we try to do here, mate. That are happy to work together and let each other sort of synchronize their universes. It's awesome, and the way that it's been used in some of the mods in the past. That's something you've covered more than I have. It's been awesome to see, hasn't it? All this Stalker stuff in DayZ.
Yeah, it's great. Like, that just adds extra content, I suppose, right? And if they're happy with it, and modders use it without breaking any of the rules that they want, well then it's a win-win, like, right? So. And
great. Like I said, we will come back and we'll talk more about those rules, because Marks and I have got a cursory understanding, but we're not.
We don't know.
Yeah. We'll only embarrass ourselves if we try to be authorities on the issue.
Man. It seems like a lot of games have updated their ULA or whatever it's called recently. Like, a lot of games have been updating. I don't know if some changes came in and they had to legally change them or what, or if it's just everybody just kind of says, okay, we're changing them or whatever. But it's interesting. That's
it is.
Most games seem to be doing it.
It's going to be, we're heading into a bit of uncharted territory, mate. So, it's just going to be good to see where it goes from here. But we shall see. We shall see.
Certainly will.
Now, the big one, though, was the devblog update for Frostline.
Yeah.
I was very happy to see some new assets. And even the reworks of the interiors. We'll come to that. We'll try to break it down as much as possible. But new assets, Mark, you did it in detail video, mate. I'll let you lead the charge on this one.
Yeah, so as I'll start from the kind of start. When the first kind of teaser trailer for Frostline came out, people kind of, I said in my video, overreacted. Don't know if that's maybe true or not, but people were, reacting in a bad way, saying, oh, well, it's just the same assets we've seen for the last 10 years. This is going to be shit. But again, we hadn't seen much. And they did say there was going to be some new assets when we were at the event during the kind of conference thing, but wouldn't tell us anything. So it was just kind of a waiting game, I guess. And yesterday? Yeah, yesterday or Friday, they came out with a dev blog, and they focused all on new assets. And some assets I've heard they brought in from Arma 3, which they've done before, I think, with the military barracks, and they're porting some stuff from Arma Reforger. and some of it is completely brand new, never seen before. The buildings are like apartment buildings. There seems to be some other stuff, and there's even stuff they haven't showed off yet that we still have to find. 60% enterable buildings, which seems like it's a big update, probably like the way Reforgers is probably doing it. So it's great, and it's just, I don't know how many new buildings there is going to be spread around the map, but even just the few new ones will really freshen up what it's going to be like. And when I released the video, the dev blog videos can be hit and miss with kind of, comments and stuff that can be good and bad. And this one was overwhelmingly positive, which is very, very surprising for kind of a DayZ info update video. People were really, really excited about it, and I think it's slowly building up more hype, and a lot more people are getting excited for the new map, and it's going to be really good when it does come out. Like these apartment buildings here, for example. People are saying these look like the PUBG apartment buildings, and I kind of get it now when you actually look at it. A little bit.
Like the bits on the end of it are a bit different, unless there's stuff like, I'm thinking back to old school PUBG, but I can sort of see it. But again, it's even just if there was a bit more randomization to the setup of the house types, which is what it kind of looks like. Even that's a win. I don't know how much effort that would put on, but if you had Green Mustache version 1 to 10, so every house is a bit different. You're not going in, you're not knowing, because it's one of the things that gets a bit old as a player, Marks, when you know where the loot's going to be in every building you go to. You're just checking the same spawn points. There's no randomization to it other than a simple die roll check. Is there loot? Isn't there loot? Is there loot? Isn't there loot? Is there loot? Isn't there loot? And what that loot item is, but never any variations other than if a player has interacted. Now, it's a great way, a lot of people talk about tracking in DayZ. It's a great way to be able to track someone. Hang about, there's something there. There's nothing normally spawns there. Someone's been here. But a bit of randomization to the layout, so different locations for where the different direction the bed is. Everyone knows themselves, especially if you've got a missus. Every 6 to 12 months, you're generally reorganizing your house, and maybe not redecorating so much, but just moving shit around so it feels a bit fresh and seeing if it works better. Definitely, but every house and building is exactly the same.
That's one of the big things. This map, I think, is going to be great because, like you said, when you're playing the game for 9 years, I don't even have to loot some houses. I know, okay, that house is not going to have what I'm looking for. Say if it's like a Mosin or something, I'll run past that. People get confused in some of the videos. They're like, why are you running past houses and not looting this? Because I know what's technically going to spawn in those houses, whereas this map, you're going to kind of go into it and it's going to be kind of the unknown, and that is going to be very refreshing, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
That top apartment building, by the way, is different to the ones. This one is different to that one. They are two separate buildings.
Yeah.
Yep. And if you see as well, just in that text just above that apartment thing, there's over 400 SACAL specific objects. So whatever that, I assume that's buildings and maybe rocks and other stuff like that. So there's a lot of custom stuff that's going to be in this that may not be in the other maps.
60% enterable. See, that's still something I would love to see is fully enterable. If there's a building, even if it was something, where there were parts that you had to smash through, a boarded up room or something like that, for whatever reason. And, but again, that's a big dynamic change to being able to do that.
I like what Scale Speeder said there, or the question he asked is something I kind of thinking as well. Like, will we be able to see these on Chernarus or Livonia? They didn't say, as far as I know. I'd assume they're going to be mainly SACAL to kind of keep it completely fresh.
It does say it just up there. It got the new one, and finally we also have got new unique ones made specifically for SACAL, which is a bit, Livonia's got assets you don't see on Chernarus. Some of the, but mainly in the way of those broken down apartments in the more impacty zone sort of area where everything's really ruined. But that's great. Every region of a place does have its own little quirks. You go to a town called Cooper Pedy here in Australia. most of the people live underground.
Really?
But it's about the only place in Australia that does it. Even though we all fucking melt with this under the sun here, they're the only people who have actually gone the full hog and they build their homes underground. Probably because they're looking for opals.
Is that to stay cool, or like what's the reason behind it?
Yeah, it's a dry, hot place, and it's easier on them for the cooling. Plus, they can basically maybe get lucky and strike some opals while they're digging their home out. But yeah, look into it. Beautiful. It's a home of the world's best opals. So yeah, even just some of that looks like it's a new asset to me as well. The power line tower.
Definitely is. The top video as well does show off more of the assets. By the way, if you can play it on mute if you really wanted to, but or it is the in-game music, so you can have it off if you want to or whatever. But like even those towers, like I assume that's going to be some type of military spawn, perhaps. And
I did see someone say, "Is that dome from Rust?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can see why you might say that, but it's a fairly common type of scientific structure. I don't know quite what it is. I think it's usually radar or weather. I usually see them when I think I usually just call them golf balls." Because that's what they kind of look like to me as the golf ball.
That's good. But it'd be interesting. Now that does look like it could have maybe a little underground structure underneath it. Just a guess, but maybe some type of underground lab or something.
Oh, mate, more underground, please. Sewers underneath cities, and that you can go from one place and pop up somewhere else, and you've got to have a torch when you go down there, and
that'd be cool. This geothermal plant, I don't know if it's just the angles that they're taking these shots at, but the place looks huge. I don't know if it's like, especially the next shot, it just looks massive, and I don't know if it's just the angles again, or if it's really just going to be a big kind of area.
That does actually look very long, doesn't it? Maybe there's a gap between them, but that would be great. A big, massive, huge building.
Yeah, and like these port cities look just crazy. So a lot of industrial. But they're going to be a hive of if that is like a spawn town, which I'd assume it probably might be. It's going to be pretty hectic.
It's getting a good vibe. It really is. I'm genuinely.
It's nice, and the marshland as well and stuff is just, it's great. I really like it. Yeah, I've no bad things to say about it. It's looking really, really good.
Now we'll play this one, the famous rug on the wall.
These small changes of just interiors, making the houses, seem more lived in, for example. It'll be amazing how much that small change.
I'm going to interrupt here. No surprise for everyone. This, honestly, to me, with that open door cupboard, feels a little bit cluttered. It's aesthetically beautiful, but I just worry, is this going to be a bit of a pain in the ass to you PvP sweaty Chad boys? Thoughts?
It's good cover. I don't know if I can stand behind that door. I can get cover from the window behind that, and then I can get cover from the window, like where you can see just in front of that door. So it's good cover that way. Again, we'll have to wait and see how it plays, right? But it does seem like good cover.
What is the bulletproofness of these items? That's something I should know, but
not sure.
This is where we need Wobo in chat, but I'm certain someone in chat's going to know. But is someone getting behind this table here going to have a massive advantage, even though it's just a wooden table, over the room enterer if someone does decide to try to do a room clearance on them and they're in there? Is someone from here peeking going to have a even bigger advantage? Wood can be wall banged, Rothy's saying. So, okay, that's good to know then. So I've never really known with the actual items, walls in that year. We know that that's all got penetration, but the items I've never really seen any or can't recall. Then again, I can't remember what I had for dinner last night, but I can't recall what their penetration values are, some of the items in game. But it's still, I just worry about people getting caught up and cursing and swearing and all the rest of it, when they are trying to run. But I'm thinking ahead, getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, and they'll do internal play tests and stuff, and obviously if it's a really bad thing, like where people are really getting stuck, when it fully releases, they'll more than likely fix it if it's reported on properly, I love the new colors some of the houses are as well.
Yeah. See, this one I like. That it really does just look more lived in.
Yeah.
I've always thought before, that some of the houses were so minimalistic.
Definitely. But no, they look really good.
And here we go. Is that a rug on a wall I see? Yes, it is. And apparently it is something they actually do in Russia. I tweeted out about it. But yeah, it's a strange thing. Only in certain areas. It used to be apparently more common a long, long time ago. A lot of people in your big suburbs and all the rest of it, more modern Russia, don't do it anymore. But apparently it was something done for a variety of weird reasons, from basically a way to insulation, but also a sign of wealth.
Really?
Yeah. Which was quite interesting going down the rabbit hole of reading about it. I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, as well as posting edgy shit about fucking stupid topics, I also post a lot of history stuff. But yeah.
Makes good sound deadening as well, having a carpet on the wall.
Yes.
No echo.
A lot of people don't realise that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, again, just great. I mean, something as simple as just even doing interiors. I know it's probably not a simple task, but just that small change of just doing interiors is going to freshen up the game so much.
And yes, as Rolf said, for those who don't realise, Jamie Foster, artist, is Lad.
Lad, yeah.
Our boy Lad. Look at him, he's all grown up. Aren't you proud of him there, Mark? Seeing our little boy all grown up and
he's doing well,
doing big boy things. And I hope he's in chat. I love the guy. I actually spent probably about half an hour to an hour just in Discord call with him the other day, just chatting, seeing how things are going, and he loves it, mate. It's for someone like him to what he did as a hobby, mate. This has got to be a dream come true. That job. So
definitely.
So happy he's doing. The guy.
He's doing well. I've been talking to him as well. He's loving it there, and getting to do stuff like this. And I told him as well. I was like, the dev team is doing well at their job when they post something like this and there's no complaints. That way, like when everybody's happy, which is a very rare thing, and everybody's excited, they're doing well. It can't come soon enough. I'm really excited for it. I think the update, like 126, that's going to come alongside with it, is going to be probably a fairly chunky update as well. It's going to be great. And God knows what else, like in 2 weeks' time, God knows what else they'll show off. It'll probably be something even better.
Yeah. I watch a lot of weird and wonderful YouTube channels, Dorkwing. So for the keen-eyed, you probably saw some what's his name, Oliver Tree in there, and I just like watching a wonderful variety of different YouTube stuff. But yeah, no, it kind of blew me away, because I remember at the launch when we watched the video, I was like, oh, okay, this is nice, and console's going to love it. But I think this is starting to build some hype for the PC community as well.
Yeah, definitely. I've had people comment just on random videos saying that they're hyped for it and excited.
Yeah.
And, I think people are hesitant. I even think us at the event, some of us were a little bit hesitant because they didn't show us off like a lot of stuff. They were very secretive. And but the more comes out, the better it's looking.
Again, this comes back like you said. The initial launch was kind of a little bit soft, and Always Dreams is in chat there. He's talked about this a bit. Their marketing approach is very weird with this map, and that segues beautifully into what I was going to say. Is that maybe they announced it too early before they were ready to release some of the more meaty stuff, because you've got to think of your community expectations, and especially with a game like DayZ that. When I was in the chat with Lad the other day or someone, but look at how long it took DayZ to go from fairly ordinary review average on Steam to mostly positive. I haven't checked it in a while. If someone knows what it is, let me know. But they've always had a weird relationship with the community, and everything they do gets analyzed with a fine-tooth comb. Like, you saw someone taking the piss out of them for a rug on a wall. Anything that some people can see that is a way to hack on them, they'll go for. So they've got to be really careful with everything that they release. And I would say that maybe they released it a bit too early before they had enough to show off to make people go, okay, this is actually solid. Forget the fact that it's done on the 10-hour base terrain. This is actually really solid. And so far, and no offense to those involved, but it looks like it's going to have a lot more detail than Livonia, which was essentially just the rip of Armor Contact and DayZified a bit. This looks like a lot more work has been going. So they've learned some lessons from Livonia, but I still think they should have waited a bit.
Yeah, I did check the Steam reviews, by the way. Most recent ones, very positive. All reviews, mostly positive. So, still quite positive.
And it was mixed.
Was an overwhelmingly negative
the majority of the time, and
back in the day.
with large proportions of overly negative, and
So they're moving in the right direction. But they probably did. But they probably had, the DayZ United event and just said, what, screw it, let's just put it all into one. Makes more sense. But yeah, like that, they seem to be putting a lot of love into this map. I know obviously Livonia got that update. Was it last year or the year before? As well.
Which was I've got to be open and honest here. I still haven't been in the bunker.
Really? It's nice.
Really? Yeah. Every time I play that map, I say I'm going to get down there, and I never end up getting down there because from what I understand,
out of the way, but it's good.
Yeah. I've been there. I've walked around it, and it's beautiful terrain and all. But I just didn't go in because the hard part for me is, from my understanding of it, is you need two people to be able to do the puzzle.
To do the water, yes, you have to have somebody. And somebody has to go down, and then somebody else has to.
I generally always play solo, mate. So
yeah, same here.
It kind of and that's something that is a bit of a limitation, but at the same time, some could argue it forces people to collab in that. But I mostly play solo because of the hours I play here in Australia. I play during our daytime, and I don't like playing on high ping servers. So more often than not, the guys who I play with aren't on. Yeah,
it's tricky, but I like that they kind of have two-player, because it's the loot down there is good. Play carriers, you get all the good stuff, so it makes it worthwhile. But with like Sakal, hopefully they have something like that, maybe a challenge of some sort. But like with everybody they've been hiring and the work they're putting into it and the time and everything, I think they're really putting a lot of love into this map, and I think they're trying to make a really good impression. So far it's going in the right direction.
I'm excited, mate. They're starting to genuinely blow me away with some of the stuff here, and it's just good to see, mate. It's positivity coming back.
Yeah, it's good. It's very, I'd say it's fairly rare, right, for a game this old to be getting updates like this and getting big DLC coming out like we're getting. Not people complain like that the updates are, because some of the updates can be crap, but it's still getting updated 10 years later. It's great, and it seems to be getting better updates than ever. And some people, even on the video I posted yesterday, they were like, this map's going to make me come back to DayZ. I had some people say, like, I'm never usually hyped about an update, but this update is making me very happy. And so I think they keep doing these dev blogs as well, which I think is a very smart idea that they've done.
Just somehow work out a way to bring back your community spotlight, guys. I beg you. This is great for the the people who love to get down into the nitty gritty of a patch, but the community spotlight was one of the best things you've ever done, in my view. It's just a hashtag DayZ uniting sort of post that you guys can make, particularly once you start to talk about mods and maps and stuff like that. But I want to go back. I want to go back to the Payday thing. Now, it did seem like my computer shit itself just before. So,
see the way that all black outfit looks? It looks like a boiler suit. One of those like kind of jump things. It looks interesting.
We'll turn that music off.
And
he doesn't have gloves on.
No, he doesn't. But they're in the case.
Oh, they're in the suitcase.
Yeah. Obviously, the black plate carrier.
I've got to say, my favorite part of it,
the Yellow King. Yeah, I think that's, if I'm not mistaken, is that the exact briefcase we used in the DayZ Unite event?
I think it might be, actually. I do. Maybe that's just an asset they've got lying around for this sort of stuff.
Because I think this.
And do you reckon this is Scotty?
Has to be. Or it's one of them. Yeah, this is real life. Like, it's not animated, this part.
Because he usually does all the Yellow King stuff.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, kids. I know. I just ruined Santa for you, but Scotty is the Yellow King. The Yellow King is Scotty.
Yeah, it's
the only way I know that is I've never seen them both in the same room together.
It's true. He's always magically not there when the Yellow King pops in.
a bit like Dad used to be at Christmas when Santa was around. That's something I've still never worked out. But yeah.
But it's
I almost ended the stream then. Always treats it's like revealing the Stig.
Yeah.
Brighter reckons that's just a regular suit jacket, and he could be right. But yeah, the suits in DayZ aren't quite as what's the word for it? The drip factor is not quite up there with a Payday suit.
No.
They're very utilitarian, whereas the Payday suits are, they're pretty fucking dapper. Oh yeah.
I hope it's more than just the mask, but even if it's just a mask, it's a new, bit of clothing, so can't complain. But it'd be nice if they did like bring in a duffel bag or something as well.
Now, Happy Bombs event. He's doing another not run die retry. That's Spaggy's one, but another True Colors.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it, mate.
It's going to be interesting, yeah.
I want to see some good coverage of it as well. Some good shoutcasters and really promote that. I see Ariana's doing another event as well. What's that one about? Sent out a bunch of invites to people and get ready. We are excited to show you our trailer for Frontline Z, an exclusive invite-only DayZ event. Those who are selected will receive an order to report for service. Drafting will commence in the following weeks. And they've got the teams picked out, and there's some big names in there. So, I'd love to see more bigger level events. Like, it's great when the community do stuff, but I'd love to see more like what DayZ did with Sir Serpiente and the big events that they organized through the Spanish-speaking community. I'm still tracing him down to do an interview as well to find out the challenges he had with that, because they really had some challenges, didn't they?
Did they? Yeah, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you.
Like they were having issues with the servers. I imagine
Oh, right.
certain people were doing certain things that they like to do
DDoS or
so that
whatever.
they
Yeah,
can. Yeah,
that's always the one thing with events. They're cool, but I always feel like the server performance can always be a bit not on the great side for most of them. There can be kind of connection issues and a bit of desync and stuff. And I don't know if it's just servers can't handle it, or if there's a way to make it better, or what it is. But
I don't know. You would assume that though, if they were doing it through BI, that they would have a better backup of support available. Sorry,
yeah,
Skull Peter. Yes, it's the king in yellow. He's very particular about that. Well, he knows he's got the figurine.
Oh, is it the king? I've never knew that. The king in yellow. The king in yellow. Oh.
And everyone just calls him the Yellow King.
Yeah, same.
But either way, it's just great seeing some more events being done, because it was a bit of a dry spell there for a while with organised events with members of the community. And I do like that they're doing ones where they've got a content creator one, and then they've got one that's open up to everyone, so that everyone can have a play of these. And just keep it going, folks. The more the better. As I said the other week, Mark, not everything needs to be these massive, highly organised events. Where you've got to set special locations up. Just look for inspiration from other people. If you're just running it for your own community, there's so many options. Maybe we should do a list up somewhere of easy to run community events that people can do, and just some simple guidelines and tips on how to do it.
That'd be an interesting thing. Yeah, put it in like a forum kind of aspect or something. Yeah.
There's a video topic for you, mate. Look at that. I'm giving you fucking ideas. I'll send you another invoice along with the $20 one for the pension payment I have to give you.
Oh yeah,
in perpetuity. That was funny.
Yeah, stealing my logo.
But yeah, how many are happy we have this podcast? Not as many as should be, in my opinion, but we're working on that. Now, working on stuff as well, I am going to do a quick shill here, folks, because as you may know, I like money.
Who doesn't?
Because money enables me to buy stuff and do stuff for the community, because that's primarily what our focus is here. And we have a Spreadshirt shop. Let me just share the link. Come on, pop it up. There it is. Now, it's the spread shop one that I want to look at. We've got some pretty sweet designs on here, folks. Share screen. I understand.
Oh, just go. There we are. There it is.
So what we're doing is we're moving away from just a lot of the the podcast stuff is great and that, but looking for some of the if you know you know. Now Dab tweeted out. I thought it was really cool when I saw his tweet marks. Someone's got the DayZ HUD indicators on the back of the car.
Yeah,
the ones with the apple and that is gold. And I like those sort of things where if you know, you know. Is what I call that. If you know, you know, and that's kind of what we've gone for with some of these designs. And I'm working on more. And if any of you guys have got ideas on stuff that we can do, but if I go to the shop,
that's no roads, no problem one is actually quite nice. I just noticed that there.
Yeah,
that
one, I quite like this one as well. I'll stay in the US shop. But come on, let me. I don't even know.
If you go shop, hover over shop and just go all organic products to the left, go all, and then it'll scroll you through them all. There's like 6 pages. That's what I'm doing at the moment, just scrolling through them. You know what I like are the bags, the recycled tote bags. I think they're.
Yeah.
I brought my Bohemia Interactive one back, and it's a great bag. They're nice.
Mm-hmm. Pimpin'. I love the Pimpin' one.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
We basically, because these are all based on actual in-game, real life cars. We went and found the actual models. Got any those boxes with the nutsack bra. I've actually looked at those facility, but I've already got a kid, mate. For you guys who are still planning on children, you definitely need to be looking at those. It's important as a male to keep your testicles well ventilated, well regulated. And the reason I say that is it can lower your sperm count if you're not letting those bad boys stay regulated. So that's why you need those. Wear boxes as much as possible. Briefs, as comfortable as they may be, they don't allow the testicles to raise and lower, Marks. Is this something you were aware of, Marks? Are you aware of good testicle health?
I would be aware of it, Jess.
You are aware of it.
Yeah.
You legend. You. Not a lot of men realize that. I imagine there are people who just joined in and going, "What the fuck are these two talking about?"
Unsubscribe.
You can blame facility for this, and he's loving it. Oh! If I didn't know you two were good friends, I think that went a little bit too far.
I'm reporting facilities channel.
And yes, Garspeed, thank God Helkiana isn't on this episode. Mate, she would give it to us. She would absolutely roast us right here if she was. I'm so happy with having her on the show. She's such a top chick. But yeah, so we've got the Pimpin', we've got the Arda off-road boy, we've got the Gunter Speedy boy, and we will be uploading the all-rounder, which is the poor old Stalker that gets no love from anyone because it's just such a boring vehicle, kind of.
You know what I like about this store as well? It's very rare, I think. You do the big sizes.
Yes, I always try to, because that frustrates me, bro. It frustrates me. I was so happy when I went to the event, and when Scotty said we were getting shirts, and I was like, "Oh, here we go. I'm going to look like I'm fucking." There's a very, very funny skit of some guy who ordered himself a Wakanda Forever Black Panther shirt, and he's a larger, huskier guy like you and I, and it arrives in the mail. And it's very, very skin tight on him, and he sits there, and it's stuck in my head forever. He goes, "I don't look like the Black Panther. I look like I ate the Black Panther." It's fucking hilarious, and that's how I feel whenever I order merch, because it's always 2XL. Whereas I try to go to 5XL when I can. But again, not all products allow that. But yeah, we do allow for the huskier gentleman to be able to purchase the merch as much as possible. Let's face it, a lot of gamers are larger gentlemen, shall we say. Yeah. Or we generally, there's not many who are like Facility, who's a roid munching beta male.
Yeah, chicken breast and rice all day. Get a pizza into you, be happy.
Fucking oath. Yeah, you only live once, man. But Mike, you're confusing me with Toprek, mate, or Minder. Probably Minder, actually. He's a bit of a perv. We're throwing the shade out at everyone today, aren't we, Mark?
Yeah, definitely. That's what happens when we're left to just kind of talk shit.
It's actually funny. Those of us who went to DayZ Unite, we all stay in contact with each other through a WhatsApp group we had. And we ended up on the topic of weirdos, and I was like, "What are you guys talking about?" We all know it's those crazy motherfuckers who go hunting mushrooms in the forest at the serial killers. Because for those who don't know, that's something Toprek likes to do. Strangely enough, at that very moment, John and George were actually out on a stroll in the forest, and they sent this photo through, and it was a creepy looking photo, wasn't it? John in the background. Just look, I don't know if you can, because WhatsApp doesn't work on computers and that, but George just looks very serious holding the camera, taking the selfie, and John's slightly behind him, and he's got this weird, like, genuinely, if I was in the forest and some guy walked out from a tree and looked at me like that, I'm like, fight or flight mode. Come on, bro. If I can give me that weird vibe there, man. But I love those guys. Like you said, they're just the nicest guys and so humble.
Yeah, they really are.
They blew me away when I was watching them stream the other day on YouTube, and they're at 540,000 subscribers on YouTube. And it took a second for my brain to process that. And then I realized, hang about, and this is not throwing shade, but this is showing just how fast you can grow in this dead game. Yeah. The Running Man has been doing this arguably the longest and the most prolific of any DayZ content creator. No one else has been around as long and as high a profile on that. And he's at 504,000, I think.
500.
These guys, in the space of the COVID period pretty much, have gone to 540,000 subscribers playing a dead game.
There's second biggest DayZ channel on earth. Second biggest DayZ YouTube channel on earth.
And I'm guessing the biggest is Frankie?
JLK.
Oh, there you go. I didn't realize that.
I see. I wouldn't call Frankie a DayZ creator because he uploads more than just DayZ.
Now, yeah.
So if you were just talking strictly DayZ, it'd be JLK, Fresh Spawns, Running Man's, and then I'm not sure who's after that.
Let me just have a quick look. JLK. He's way ahead. He's he's the Mr. Beast of DayZ, 785,000 subscribers. So, and in his case as well, it's even more amazing because he's just a YouTuber. He doesn't stream. If you look at the inspiration, folks, look to these guys. They've got all three of them, the big three. There's probably others in there as well, but I'm just going to focus on those big three. They've all got completely different styles of channels. It's just showing, because we get this a lot, and it's something that I've tried to do in the past, where I like to try to share information with people. Usually that involves Devin Nash videos, and then Mark says, "Fuck this shit, I'm out." There you go, bingo card, folks. Devin Nash. I try to throw one in there every now and then for you. I have been liking seeing people post their bingo cards after the show in chat. But you've got JLK, who is primarily you could say his videos are quite Rust style formula, about a good journey, a base raid, a rivalry with a clan, which is pretty much what most of the Rust content creators do. But it's a hard one for DayZ because DayZ is such a brutal game, and it's hard to keep that storyline going. Whereas, in a game with easy mechanics like Rust, you can just throw sleeping bag down, build a base right outside your enemy's base in seconds, and launch this raid and just keep it spawning infinitely. Whereas DayZ is a lot harder. So that's a credit to his storytelling ability, that he's able to produce such engaging videos even after all this time. Then you've got the Running Man, who's pretty much a nomad, a journeyman, so to speak, who his stories aren't about base raiding or anything like that. It's just about the more traditional style of videos of, hi, this is an encounter I had, or this is a journey I had, and that works well because he's got a great narration style. And then you've got Fresh Spawns, who they're almost like mini showcases. Not mini showcases, mega showcases. They basically do what the likes of you, Scale Speeder, and others do. These short, snappy videos showcasing something. Whereas these guys will go in and have an adventure on whatever wild, wacky, crazy server, and then they do their streams as well. So look around, look for inspiration. It's not easy, particularly if you want to be a streamer. Like Mark, you've been trying to stream of late.
Yeah. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how they do the daily stuff. It's something I can't do. I just can't do it.
It's not for everyone, is it?
No, definitely not for me anyway. It's just, I don't know. I prefer making edited content over live. I don't mind live streaming every once in a while, on an update or anything
special occasion.
But daily, I don't know how they do it. I give them credit.
Yeah, and then if you again for another person Oh God, why did I type that word in? Mr. Scale Speeder Gaming. Now he's only on 64,000, but he's like you, mate. He just likes to make content, but he goes out and does everything. Like he's got one 6 hours ago. MetaQuest 2 VR headset review, an absolute bargain for the casual PC gamer. The thing, and Scale Speeder, how long have you been around for, mate? If I click on your channel, when does it say you started? Bada boom, bada bing. Mission statement: to be a helpful member of the gaming community. Channel 1st of January 2015, and he's coming up on a 10-year anniversary on the 1st of January, and he's still pumping out videos. And the secret to why he still does it is he loves doing what he does. It's the same. The bro said, "Fuck off, dog." I can say that because I've been around as long as these guys, and I've got a channel with fucking 5,000 subscribers, but never belittle the amount of people you have. If you've got 100, that's more than you can fill a bus with. If you've got 50, that's still more than you can fill a bus with. That's 50 people who've chosen for some reason to press the like button or subscribe button to your YouTube channel or whatever. So it's great to have goals, but don't kill yourself over it. But when you're doing such a wild variety of stuff, it enables you to. Scales doesn't sleep; he just sits in the dark and plans more content. Well, I think Scalespeeder has a deal with Rag Tyson. They both have the same sweatshop where they just get mods pumped out and videos pumped out, and they just sit back counting in, raking in all that YouTube and Patreon cash, mate. But yeah, if you're enjoying what you do, it's why I'm back doing the podcast, and it's been a lot more regular, and we're slowly, constantly improving because I found a formula that I'm happy with. The way we do it now, I love turning up. And Marks, you left because you were unhappy with the way it was as well, but it just works better now, doesn't it? There's less demand,
far better.
Yeah. Don't try to be something you're not.
Yeah, if you can always be a content creator and make content as a hobby, do that over making it as a job. And it might sound weird, but when you start making DayZ content and it's like your full-time gig, it can be more stressful than you would imagine. Every time you load up DayZ, like recently I've been loading up DayZ and just playing for fun, offline, not recording or anything like that. But in the back of your head, you're going, I should be making a video here. Why am I not making a video? I should be making a video and all this stuff. And there's a lot of stress you wouldn't think comes with it. But if you have a passion for it, stick at it and just do it alongside and whatever.
Find what works for you. Yeah. And if you're being yourself, like look at Nelly. Whenever you find YouTubers who get exposed for cheating and all the rest of it, they're doing content that isn't what they enjoy. Now, we've got another legend in the chat there, Mr. Always Streams. He's sitting on 40.4 thousand subscribers, and his channel, he started in 28th of December 2019. But do you watch his videos, Marks?
I don't watch any DayZ videos, to be honest with you.
I love his little quirks, and it's important to build your rep. Like you when your videos start, you do a quick intro and then you cut to a different sort of quirky tune, and it's different every single time. Sometimes if you're talking about a Pakistani map, it might have like that, a bit of that Arabian music sort of feel to it, but people know that's how Marks does an intro. The podcast, we always start the show with Barely Infected song. So you've got to try to find something like Kip says there, quality over quantity. But you've got to find something that helps identify yours. Always has these quirky jokes. He'll always fuck you. I'm going to do it anyway. Let me just. I hope this is one where he does it because he doesn't always do it, but 9 times out of 10. He has a quirky little joke after he explains the intro.
Livonia flopped. it did. It's a map I happen to personally love, but so few people seem to share the same opinion, and the reasons why are probably not what you think. And although Livonia today is completely different to what it once was, it still suffers as a result. And here, I'm going to tell you the full story of why Livonia flopped. If you liked the video, please leave a like or a subscribe. It really helps me out. But without further ado, let's get into the video.
Hey guys, y'all want to go up on the roof and watch a show?
I mean, the odds of me getting attacked here are pretty high, but I also kind of want to see a show. That was not as good as the book. Feel free to let me know what your impression.
I love it. Half the reason I click on one of his videos is I want to see, and he's done some edgy jokes in there. I think there was one about Helen Keller and stuff like that, and it's just, it's funny though. It works, and it's it's got to be something you enjoy doing, because if he doesn't do it, I am curious always. If you don't do a joke, do people actually go off at you in the comments of your videos? It's like, where was your joke? Oh, I'm only here for the jokes, bro. It's a bit like Internet Historian. People have got whole videos collating all of his ad reads that he does for NordVPN and that. You could probably Always Streams is probably at the point now where he could do a collation video of all of his different jokes and funny things that have happened. But when it becomes work, it often no longer stays fun. No, they usually go off when I do them. Yeah, but that's because you go a little bit edgy with it. But, mate, look at your subscriber count. It keeps them climbing. Flopped. I thought they sold 400,000 copies. What flopped? The map. But watch the video, Dorkwing. It's actually, I think I shared it. And my thought on it was everything he said is logical. Whether it's 100% correct, well, Always Streams, unless he's got an inside connection, is basically making an educated guess based on his experience in life and what he was able to work out from what he's observed. And it all made sense to me. Whether it's all correct, who knows? One thing that we know, Marks, about BI is BI don't play by the normal rule book when it comes to gaming, do they?
No, definitely not.
No. They make some decisions that we sit there and we just go, okay, well, that's what is it? That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out for them. But they're still here. And Marek tweeted out just the other day, they just did a record amount of sales of Armor Reforger.
That was insane.
So
they've done 100,000 copies in a day. Because it was €2 on Steam or whatever, which is just mental.
Yeah. But he's not in the business of losing money. Man's a capitalist. He runs a business. He's got employees. So there's they've been around for a long time now. Old Bohemia Interactive. So we might question them, but they're doing it well.
They know what they're doing.
Yep,
they do know what they're doing. Can I just say before we get off that topic as well, Scale Speeder has 5,500 videes uploaded. I have 400, and I thought that was a
prolific rate.
That's insane.
Every video is
insane.
Yeah. But still, my favorite is his review of Greg's sausage roll, and I think it was a custard slice or custard tart or something like that. And it was just like, I love you, bro. I love you. That was fucking absolutely gold. If I ever come to the UK, I am having a Greg sausage roll. For those who don't know what a sausage roll is, Google it. Make sure you Google the UK. Australia does them as well. Do they sell them in Ireland, Marks?
They do sausage rolls. Yeah, I don't think we have Greg's. So.
Yep. But they're awesome. Even homemade ones, they're a funny little thing. You got the standard one, and then you can mix them up a bit. But yeah, I'm going off topic again, which I always do. But yeah, I'm just BI. They're still killing it, man. Yeah.
I think they're doing better than ever. Are they? They have to be.
They have to be. The amount of growth, the amount of people that you and I know who now work for them.
In just the past couple of months has been insane.
I know. It's awesome. And I know some of them are only contractors on for this Frostline update and that. But when they were down to basically literally a handful of less than a football team of employees, and now they're they could probably run fucking both an offense, defense, and special team in American football. Hey, how's that? I even know about the special team. Not many people know about that one. I heard the facilities on the special team, but
Yeah,
that's
that wouldn't
a conversation. Yeah. We love to throw shade here. Now, mate, I think we have pretty much talked about the main things that we did need to talk about this week. Thank you, Skulls Peter, for recommending the payday thing, because like you said, mate, it's just a good positive thing, a nice collab between a couple of companies, and 12 million new players in 3 years. Yep.
Yeah,
just remember the botched launch of Reforger and Vigor on PC. Yeah, they do the strange things, but they still just keep on kicking it at facility.
Reforger is meant to be like, I haven't played it now in quite a while, but it came out with a major update there recently. It's meant to be very good. Like, it's meant to be properly AI. Yeah.
What was it? You need backup reinforcements and AI, and I saw a few memes about it. Yeah, they'll crash into buildings and crash into poles and that. But either way, interesting, quite interesting. Skulls Peter saying it. Reforger is great now.
I've been hearing a lot about it.
It's just, maybe they don't care. Maybe they know that they can eventually get the game to a point where it'll get past it. But the argument is still there that they could be releasing stuff a bit too early. But yeah, we shall see.
It wasn't their main title either, right? It's more of a test bed for Arma 4, right? So
which is where the controversy was, whether it should have been released as a you pay for it, or whether it should have been, and to be on discount now,
I like that they did. It's a good way to bring in a revenue source for Arma 4 or whatever, and get more devs involved or whatever.
Oh, also, if you're one of the old school purchasers of DayZ and Livonia, check your Steam profile. Apparently, we've all received some wallpapers and stuff like that. Dab or someone shared there, and they're actually quite damn pretty. Really, really pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay, I've got some other exciting news. I will be doing a spotlight this week with the one, the only, fuck you lady.
Oh, nice.
Who's the fuck you lady?
Lady Adventure.
Yes, it is Lady Adventure. She was synonymous during the DayZ Unite event for fuck you. Yeah,
just insulting everyone.
Fuck you. Yeah. Which as an Australian is like, oh, girl, you're speaking my language. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, because that video of hers, the DayZ event one, has done really well for a long video. That's not gameplay or anything. It did really well, and a lot of really positive comments. I was happy to see that.
Yeah, across the board, like with the vlogs for the events, they all did well. You get nervous when you're uploading something totally different. Like, I had the same kind of thing. Like, when I uploaded my vlog, I was like, oh fuck, what's this going to be like? Is it going to be good? Are people going to react to it? And I was only called fat twice, so that's an improvement, right? We're getting there.
Mate, I get called fat every stream, especially if Skulls Beater's here. Don't let it bother you. As you said, mate, eat a pizza, enjoy yourself. But yeah.
Hey, I'm in the gym now, so I'm being healthy. Okay.
But at the same time, this is also the guy who had a mini stroke a couple of years back. So don't listen to me when it comes to health advice, folks. And I am also working on others. And I've been sending the word out. If you would like or know of someone who would make a good guest for us on the show, hit us up. Let us know. I've had many a person say to me, you should get such and such on, or you should get such and such on, because we're only a small team, and we're not aware of everything that's happening. Oh, my God, someone just tipped $50 to the team. Thank you, whoever the hell that was, someone. That's very, very generous. That powerly.gg link, folks, I don't push the monetary side of the show enough because I just kind of feel guilty about it. But that Powerly link I set up deliberately so that there's multiple ways you can support us. You can buy merch, and you can subscribe to the channel on Twitch and on YouTube. I just realized that we are actually monetized on Twitch, so thank you for everyone who's done its donations. We just don't make a lot, and you've got to get X amount of dollars before they pay you out, so that's by the by. But The Powley one is done so that it gets spread evenly between everyone who's part of the team. So, Marks, I need to make sure that you're in there as well. Are you? Did I sent you the link again?
Don't know. Don't think so.
I'll
You don't
double
need
check
to
that.
send it, split it between everyone else. I'm okay.
No.
I'll put
I
towards
like it this
the
way
merch.
because I like it this way because that way the people get the choice. You know, they all know that you have your own channels and they can go and donate that way. But if they want to support everyone, then they know it's going to get equally. And what you do with it after that is up to you. If you want to go and buy DayZ Podcast thong, you can do that if you want to, Mark. I reckon that'd be sexy
I
as,
think
by
I
the
will.
way.
Put on my OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah. Microphone right on the...
Jesus. Oh. Edit that part out.
No, God no. I just know that someone like fucking Facility has already clipped a boy to go microphone right on the... Oh God, I'm you're terrible, Muriel. Only the Australians will get that, but yeah. Oh God Almighty, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, guys. What were we talking about? Yeah, the Powley link.
Yeah.
It's a way that people who want to support us, they've got a variety of options of the ways they can do it. They can purchase Humble Bundle if they're short on cash, but they want to get a game. They can use our affiliate link. They can go and purchase some merch. They can donate through Powley, or they can donate directly to the show. It's your choice how you want to support us and what we do here. I was hoping to be able to have some footage, but the other big news this week was the winner of the limited edition ammo crate collector's 10-year anniversary one has received it in the mail.
Nice.
Unfortunately, his missus got a bit sick. I'm just hoping that wasn't the Cadbury Lamington chocolate that made her sick. He said it wouldn't have been because he ate it as well, but he has promised he will send through some footage because I included the Vegemite and a tin of Milo and some other stuff, but yeah. So he's going to do. He's already posted a photo on Twitter. I've got it in the podcast Discord as well. Discord.gg/878 Survivor FM. Fuck off, Facility. It wasn't you. It was SGLO. But yeah, I'm really happy that he received it because they were pretty awesome. Those tins, weren't they, Marks?
Yeah, they're really nice. Like I have mine set up. I can actually show it. Again, I know I did last week, I think, but where is it? There it is there.
Yep.
They're
got
just
mine.
Cool, you know, they're really cool.
I've got mine now as well. If I go just normal cam.
Oh yeah, I see it there in the corner.
All my DayZ
Nice.
stuff. You can see the tin, the mess tin there, the water bottle that we got, and just all of my DayZ and personal stuff is up there. Now on that, I've also got something else to add to it. The wonderful Mr. Big Dog sent me. Oh, my camera has completely frozen, has it? So that looks like you're getting just the standard cam now.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, he sent me some really awesome, basically printable and foldable DayZ props, and I'm going to be making those, and they're all going to go up here, and I'm going to have some in my desk so I can showcase them and that, because I've been planning to do a redesign of in here for some time. So I gave it a really good clean, and you can see the Namalsk album there in the background.
Oh yeah, okay. Show my one.
Bobson's limited edition. Yep,
it's up on the top there, and the lighter for that we got, and the 2 DayZ maps, and 2 copies of console DayZ in the back.
A frame, but it doesn't fit it because you can see some of the other things I love in my life up there in the background as well. NWA album is in a wood frame. I'm Your Huckleberry, my slouch hat that's in the modern that, but yeah, I just wanted to have a slightly better. I see some of the guys, mate. They've got really clean, crisp setups and that. So I'm trying to do it. And also a bit of cross promotion.
Oh, the friendly podcast. Oh, nice. That's nice. Actually, it's clean.
Dude, the back of this shirt is dope.
Just the tape. I can't read the small, but I can see just the tip part anyway.
It's something that they. I do not have the 100 Miles of Running album. I did have the CD back in the day, though. I'm a huge NWA fan, Eazy-E, and Straight Outta Compton, the movie, was brilliant, especially when they got Ice Cube's son to play Ice Cube, because he looks so much like his old man. Fucking creepy how much he looks like his old man. But such a great movie. And yeah. But no, so I'm going to be getting them done up, and we'll be showcasing them as well, because Big Dog's an absolute legend. And I just am a typical person. I procrastinate a lot and keep putting something off and going, oh, fuck it if I do it. And then, I end up doing it and surprising myself that, okay. But yeah, no.
It's always nice to have a little shelf with all your kind of collectible items and stuff, isn't it? Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, things that mean a bit to you. So yeah, even my Halo helmet, Halo 3 collector's edition.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, yep,
that's cool.
Okay, well, what's Facility sending me through? I didn't know you liked NWA. I love NWA, man. Straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucking name Ice Cube, from a gang called Can't Say It With Attitude. You should get Salted Jello on low key. I would love to get him on Dorkwing when he has the footage, and we can watch the footage of them eating Vegemite together on the stream with him. But yeah, okay. So next week's guest, ladies and gentlemen, it's a big episode next week. John McClane, Deer Isle. Facility, stop it in chat. She swallowed it. For those who don't know NWA, it's and if you really want to go down a rabbit hole, some of Eazy-E's music, oh my god, he would not be allowed to fucking release those songs in this days and age. Some very, very phobic lyrics in some of his songs, but that's a rabbit hole that you don't want to go down unless you're prepared to be able to just listen to it as art. But yeah, I'm really excited to get John McClane on, mate. Again, we've had him way back.
In the early days.
And he's got a really cool stream setup. I actually like going in and watching him sometimes, because he's very detailed with what he does. And he has music playing, and it's fascinating to watch. And someone he's great at what he does. And, just it's chill, relaxing, and very keen to get him on and hear his views on, he's done some stuff of late, like that 24-hour map he made. I want to find out more about that, and just his opinion on stuff in general, because there's been some issues with the map making community of late, and he's a pretty well-respected figure in that community. So it'd be great to be able to talk about some of that stuff with him. Marks, you going to be here for
definitely. I'll try to be, if everything goes to plan, yeah.
What do you got in your calendar, bro? That's more important than us.
I can't say. I'm in public.
Oh, so it is something legit.
I'll tell you later.
DayZ related?
Can't say.
Oh, we heard it first. Marks is the new community manager for DayZ. Senior community manager. Yay!
Exposed.
Hang about. I can do that better.
No, I'm not. I can only wish.
Heard it first. Clip it, spread it, share it everywhere, folks. It's what he's not denying it. He's not denying it. There you go. But no. So again, back to the original point. If you've got any ideas on people who would make interesting guests, whether it be for a spotlight, because I still do like doing them. It's just hard to tie them down, which is just me and whoever that person or team is, with a lot more focus just on what they're doing. Like Facility said, so you get to learn more about the person behind the screen, as opposed to the podcast episodes, where it's just we talk to them for half an hour, showcase something, and then move on and just talk about DayZ in general. So congrats on not being the community manager.
Thanks.
What you know about NWA? I almost got cancelled then.
Uh-oh.
But I will say, bitch, I was a teenager when they were in their prime. Even in Australia, NWA were huge. Absolutely huge. The Aussie cops got absolutely sick of cars driving around playing "fuck the police," fuck the police. It was everywhere. But
I'm far too young to know much about them.
No, awesome era. Really awesome era. That's typically pretty cultured. Yeah, but no, folks. One last shout out that I want to give is to my boy Foxy Poke. Let me find his video.
Yeah, Foxy's been doing a lot of cranking out some videos recently, hasn't he?
God damn it! What is wrong with this chat function? It's not letting me actually send a message from in here.
Do you want me to share it in chat?
Yeah. But Foxy's doing some mod highlights and things like that. Again, he's had a few incarnations of what he's doing, but he seems to be enjoying this one. So go and give Foxy some love, folks. He's been around in the DayZ community since the village and before that, and he's a full-time chef. He's got a great channel in the podcast Discord, Foxy's Food Porn. Put your meals in there. He'll rate them for you, let you know how well you do cooking something. But yeah, go check out our boy Foxy. He also his last video was a good one because it was Rag Tyson's stuff, and I'm a huge fan of Rag Tyson's mods. Just does some really cool stuff. This is my rifle. I love that the weapon cleaner sings that song. Not very immersive, but doesn't always need to be. I'm big on immersion, but if you can give me a giggle, I'm just as happy with that. But yeah. Anyway, Marks, anything you want to shout out this week, bro?
Yeah, I can kind of do two in one, I guess.
Go for it.
I launched a DayZ server, vanilla DayZ server. When was it? About a week or two ago. And we're slowly building up pop and stuff. It's not something that I'm wanting to fill straight away because we're kind of always making tweaks and stuff. It's called Survivor's Diary, and it's vanilla, a bit of boosted loot. It's 1.5 loot. Stamina's a little bit extended. We have the original colored weapons in the game, like the camoed Mosins and green M4s and AKs and such.
Containers as bases?
No, sadly not. I'd actually love that, but in a bit of a pickle with that one, I'm afraid to say. But what I play the vanilla game a lot, and I like the improvised clothing that came in. I like wearing the gloves and the face mask. Obviously, they're just quite useful to make, and you can make them there. Only issue is, so when I play, I like to kind of go with a dark outfit, like camo or all black if I can, black cargo pants, black shirts. If you're in a woodland and you're all black, basically invisible at times, it's pretty OP. But the only issue is if you're wearing the improvised clothing, like the white gloves and the white mask, you stand out a little bit. So I had an idea and contacted Connor at CDS, and
came up with DayZ services, folks. If you need shit done, hit this lad up. If he could do it, he's quick, cheap, reliable, and yeah. You were stunned with how quick he got back to you, weren't you?
Yeah, because I popped the idea and I was like, it'd be cool to have colored rags so I can make colored improvised clothing. And we kind of left it at that, and he was like, yeah, it'd be cool. Let me know if you want to go ahead with it. And he liked the challenge of it, and he'd done it in 17 hours. He created the mod from 0 to published in 17 hours. And yeah, it's just cool. It's obviously it's just out, so it might be tweaked a bit, but I haven't added it to my server yet, but I do plan to. And I think stuff like that, like if I find a mod that I maybe make a video on and I like, and it's fit with the vanilla style of thing, I might add it to the server, So if I make a mod showcase video, I can then be like, oh, if you want to check out that mod, it's on my server right now if you want to go play it, that way. So it's kind of a win-win for everyone. And yes, this is one that I think I'm going to do in a different video that I kind of have planned soon. So we might do that hopefully this month. But it's just something that I thought was cool. I think the colors are a little bit bright, so we might.
DayZ, I've always liked.
So we might tone them down a bit and just kind of make them a bit more dull. But otherwise, they're pretty nice, I think, anyway. And people have been liking them so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But no, I've said it again to so many people that if you need something, this isn't a commission thing. He just helps us with our thumbnails and stuff like that. But he's just fucking awesome. Connor is just such a good lad. He's got a quirky sense of humor, and he's a family man as well. And he just does this stuff because he loves it.
That's
does
the reason he
custom
done
jobs.
that.
Yeah.
It was just, he was like, it's a challenge for me. I'd like to do it. So he done it, and it came out as a full public module, which I was surprised by, and happy that he's put it out there. So it's great. So check it out if you want to give feedback on it, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because I cannot recommend the lad enough. He's just a fucking good egg. There's a lot of people in the community and a lot of good eggs, and he's definitely one of them. Anyway,
hopefully going to try work with him a bit more as well in the future. So,
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much. We will see you all next week, same time, same channel, as always, for the DayZ Podcast with the one and only Mr. John McLean. And I will be streaming around about this time, a few hours beforehand, on Wednesday morning or Tuesday night for you guys in the EU and the rest of it, with Lady Adventure for the spotlight on Lady Adventure. She's had a wild journey so far in her DayZ time, from interviewing Matt Z through to being invited to this and everything in between. She's an awesome chick. She really is. Even my missus loved her, said, she's just such a down-to-earth girl. But all the best, everyone, and we'll see you all next week. Ciao for now.
See you again.